well. Ooh. Sometimes I feel like. Sometimes I feel like. Oh, sometimes I feel like bombing a church. Sometimes I feel like I can't find the urge. Sometimes I feel like I'm not living here on earth. Sometimes I, it's a possibility. I know we have the ability to move mountains by hands and not by faith. With your sensibility and your sensitivity, look alive as great. Oh, Rastafari is great. Hey, what's your mission? What is your game? Negativity of your algorithm is still the same. While we should take, do you care at the burden we face? Sometimes I feel like I'm a prisoner in your world. All around me is congested. I can't even turn. Sometimes I feel like hiding under a rock, 'cause my head keeps hurting and the pain won't stop. Sometimes I feel like I'm on the run. Sometimes I feel like picking up a gun.
Brand new joint, ladies and gentlemen.
Sometimes I feel
Utah G.
I'm not to the right.
Gotta bring it from the top for y'all, all right?
Sometimes
got some dope stuff going on today, man. What's up? Got to talk to some people. Trust me, we got them folks. Some folks we gonna chop it up with. Yeah, man. Mother's Day's around the corner. I'm looking forward. I know you are too, right?
Sometimes I feel like, oh, sometimes I feel like bombing a church. Sometimes I feel like I can't find the urge. Sometimes I feel like I'm not living here on earth. Sometimes it's a possibility.
What's poppin', Red Fox? How you doing?
We have the
so good to see you as always.
To move.
Joining us for this brand new Utah G tune. Yeah.
And not by faith. With your sensibility and your sensitivity. Look alive as great. Oh, Rastafari is great. Hey, what's your mission? What is your game? Negativity of your algorithm is still the same. While we should take, do you care at the burden we face? Sometimes I feel like I'm a prisoner in your world. All around me is congested. I can't even turn. Sometimes I feel like hiding under a rock, 'cause my head keeps hurting and the pain won't stop.
Trust me, Red Fox, they be catching me by surprise too. They do.
I'm on the run. Sometimes I feel like picking up a gun. Sometimes I feel like I'm not to the rise. Sometimes I feel like making nice. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a church. Sometimes I feel like
brand new Utah G. Sometimes I feel like.
Sometimes I feel like.
Yes, man.
I'm not living in my world. Sometimes I.
Tell them we got some dope convo coming your way today.
Sometimes I feel like.
Got Elijah Marlon Burrell.
Sometimes
Elijah Zimmer.
Ooh, I wanna cry.
So good to be loved by you. So good to be loved by you. Some people wait a lifetime for what you give me every day. I don't have to look for love, you make it clear in every way.
Go on, sir, Utah G.
As long as we're here together, everything in the world is alright. From here into our forever, gonna stick by your side, cause it feels so good. It feels so good.
I had to pull it from the top, ladies and gentlemen. You know I love me some Lovers Rock, right? They Montijo. Brand new things. So good. Yeah, man. Out to the massive listening in from near and far. Creative vibes. Let me know.
So good to be loved by you. So good to be loved by you. Some people wait a lifetime for what you give me every day. I don't have to look for love, you make it clear in every way. As long as we're here together, everything in the world is alright. From here into our forever.
YouTube fam, large up.
By your side, cause it feels so good. It feels so good to be loved by you. Yeah. What a joy to love you. What a treasure I have found in you. This love is the perfect beginning to happiness. Wanna hold you, feel what you're feeling. Close enough to feel your heart beating. To know the rhythm and the blues of your love is all I'm asking. Cause it feels so good, yeah. Oh, it feels so good to be loved by you. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Feels like shooby-dooby-doo, shooby-dooby-doo-ba-doo, shooby-dooby-doo. As long as we're here together, everything in the world is alright. from here into on forever. Gonna stick by your side cause it feels so good. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it feels so good. All I wanna do is be loved by you. So good, so good. Oh, yeah, yeah. So good, so good, so good. Yeah. So good, so good. I'm in love and it just feels so good to be loved by you.
This is Wayne Wonder saying J. Cole, legal businessman. Bang, bang, boom.
I mean say this a protege, homegrown with G Cole, what you say, we make them know what reggae music we a play, this is protege, the one and only representing for G Cole, you know. Check it, he's out.
And we said them not got no style like we. G Cole, them not got no style like we. None of them no wicked, no wild like we. Accurate, Kabaka Pyramid representing for the #1 selector and radio host. It's all about G Cole. Keep it locked. Accurate.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Kali. I'm hanging out with your boy G Cole on the Homegrown Show.
Yes. Welcome one and all. It is Homegrown G Cole coming to the Massive and Crew live across the globe, man. It's a vibe indeed. You know what I mean? We got a vibe for you today. Got some stuff coming your way, all right? Again, we starting out by say Happy Mother's Day when it comes. Got to blast us out right about now because, of course, probably the weekend's going to be up on us before. Nah, you'll see me again. I'll be able to say it again. But you don't know. We're going to keep saying it over and over and over because we love the moms, man. All mothers out there. I want to say mothers, I mean grandmas, aunties, godmothers, stepmothers, all of y'all. You know what I mean? Just overall mothers neighborhood, y'all that make sure that the kids them grow up the right way. Me, I'm the product of so many mothers. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to my mother. Rest in peace, Mrs. Smith. Just happy Mother's Day when it comes to my godmother, Mrs. Mullings. All the lovely ladies out there that contributed to my growth and my well-being. I appreciate y'all very, 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 very much. My grandma, just a whole bunch of dope folks that the village raises the child, and they took the time out to make sure that the village raised the child. So Mother's Day, it's a somber moment for me, of course, because I don't have my mom. But after a while, I had to come to terms with the fact that, there's so many great moms and great people in my life that are still around and deserve to be celebrated on this day. You know what I'm saying? So happy Mother's Day, all mothers out there. I don't want nobody to comment to me and say, boy, welcome to the Father's Day. Your day come. It's shriveled up. It's small. It's tiny. It's a half a shelf in the back of the room. But when your day come, we get in. And here's the thing too. When Father's Day come, we gonna give you what you're supposed to get. I'm gonna want nobody to call me then and I tell me nothing the contrary. All right. Everybody gets their day. How big, how small, take it up with society. But right about now, we talking about the mothers and we championing the mothers and we love y'all. We appreciate you big time. Rich, what's up, fam? Myrtle Beach in the building. What up? Sweetgrass, baby. Listen, thank you so much for always taking time to check us out and have a good time with us. I appreciate you big time, man. Jersey's rocking with us also. I see Atlanta, Tampa, North Carolina is rolling with us. Man, survive indeed. That's the Jamaica in the house, right? I see Miramar, Pembroke Pines. I see Coral Springs. Thank you. All right. Today we got a dope conversation coming your way. We're going to be chopping it up with Mr. the legend. All right. The legendary Mr. Wayne Armond. Former lead singer of the band Chalice. We're going to be chopping it up with him. We're going to be talking vibes. You know what I mean? We've had him in the studio live before, and it's always a dope convo on the phone. Always a dope convo. And of course, today we're going to get a virtual vibe going on. We're going to chop it up with him. I'm still haven't made my way inside of the studio officially yet. I think I'm getting too comfortable out here for broadcast, but it's all good. It's all good indeed, right? So I want to say again, thank you to everyone that supports the movement. Appreciate you. Remember, Hit us up on social media at MyGCole, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MyGCole. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Homegrown with G Cole. Got some dope stuff coming out this month. This summer, we're going to be bringing back, of course, the live acoustic series. We ain't said nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. Some of the dope is going to be here. And who knows, I might just pack the cameras up and just do stuff from different locations. You know what I mean? Sometimes the studio, sometimes outside the studio. It's just, you know, it's summertime, man. We're trying to have a blast, you know? Might even do it by the pool, you know what I mean? You know, fire up the grill and all that. You know what I mean? But we do what we do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a vibe coming your way. We're also going to be chopping it up with Mr. Ed Robinson, the icon. All right. Talk about that brand spanking new award today. The Foundation Radio Network Chart Topper Award. The very first one ever awarded. You know what I mean? We're going to get in. But this right here.
Tell me what's going on, foundation shaky. So what's up with these violent sounds the youths them now embrace? I was on the rock with Tush and Cliff and Marley. They wrote the songs that would uplift the human race. So tell me what's going on in this dispensation. Don't they know these freedom sounds can never be replaced? Boy, boy, this is the new Babylon. Boy,
Yo, I love that tune. Bad. Swaying Armin, ladies and gentlemen. It's called the New Babylon. Y'all know Babylon expand territory, you know what I mean? They got some new spots for you. Y'all know. We ain't with it, though. That's why we and Armin got to sing about it.
What's going on? Foundation shaky. So what's up with these violent sounds the youths them now embrace? I was on the rock with Tush and Cliff and Marley. They wrote the songs that would uplift the human race. So tell me what's going on in this dispensation. Don't they know these freedom sounds can never be replaced? Boy, boy, this is the new Babylon. Boy, will they ever learn? Boy, boy, in the new Babylon. Boy, this too will burn. Tell me what's going on behind the congregation. Holy, preachers utter in the name of God and then abuse the youth. And when they plant the seed of demoralization,
Lots of YouTube fam.
gonna be the one to stand and tell the truth. The rich get richer every day, the poor get destitute. Boy, boy, this is the new Babylon. Boy, will they ever learn? Boy, boy, in the new Babylon. Boy, this too will burn. All I see is desperation from who can pay the price. From my humble observation, the dollar sign, replace the cross of Christ.
You're listening to Homegrown with G Cole, who's got a heart of gold.
Yeah, man. Come on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Tell me what's going on with them heartless youth, yeah. They're killing babes and sucklings at their mother's breast. Those old blood-sucking vampires were turned them. One day they will suffocate upon their wickedness. And it's war, war and corruption. While leaders drink them sweet champagne and puff them big cigar.
And Marcus, I love it. It's Wayne Armand. It's the New Babylon. If my message been in my set, pull it from the top. I mean, I did that already. You know what I mean? Once or twice. But y'all deserve it though, because you're good peoples. You know what I mean? I got y'all covered, all right? New Babylon, ladies and gentlemen, is a big tune about you. One of my crazy tune is saying so much to unpack on this one, all right? Yeah, man, when I said the thing proper, I've been loving this tune. One of the joints I bump in my headphones. I tell you, it ain't all just about what we play on radio. It's what we rock and drive around to. This I want that damn. It's the Wayne Armand. Letting y'all know what time it is.
Tell me what's good.
We're going to have a conversation in a second.
Foundation shake.
The foundation shake it.
With these violent sounds, the youths them now embrace.
Y'all tripping.
I was on the rock with Tush and Cliff and Money.
Y'all heard that?
They wrote the songs that would uplift the human race.
Let's go.
So tell me what's going on in this dispensation.
Sister Arlene S.
They know these freedom sounds can never be replaced.
Let's get in, boy.
Boy, this is the new Babylon. Boy, will they ever learn?
Yeah, but I gotta pull it from the top, ladies and gentlemen, because here's the deal. Babylon expanding real estate for real. When you listen to proper songwriting, hear the man say, you know what I mean? The thing named the New Babylon. Babylon expanding real estate. Don't make them catch, with no low prices and no low interest rates. I'm bringing in a Babylon. I'll mess up the thing. You know what? Let me bring my guest phone because y'all tripping. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Wayne Armand, what's going on, my brother?
Cole, what a pleasure to be with you once again, man.
Always a joy.
My gosh, if I had your energy, I'd rule the world.
Don't worry, when I turn these cameras off, I'll go straight to sleep. Oh my God. This song right here, the New Babylon. Last time I spoke to you, we were talking about the whole rhythm. So we kind of, went into the whole rhythm, the production, the backstories and stuff like that. And ladies and gentlemen, so Wayne Armand and I have had some conversations before. Go to the YouTube channel, go to Facebook, just type in Homegrown with G Cole, Wayne Armand. You can catch up on that, right? We're picking up today, though, for those people. I wanted to ask you back then, but I said, you know what? I'll wait. There's so much to unpack with this song. The song is, let me see, it's exactly 4 minutes and 3 seconds, right?
Right.
I feel like 4 minutes and 3 seconds right here has captured our very existence from start till now. You know what I mean? So much captured in this one song that's called The New Babylon. So I'm gonna focus a lot on this song, right? We have some things to talk about. Mother's Day show coming up around the corner, but we're gonna get into this song right here. Talk to me a little bit, because sometimes the rhythm is so nice, and a lot of times when we get a nice rhythm, we're sometimes compelled to write something fluffy. You know what I mean? And sweet and cool and whatever. But a lot of times it's imperative that we drop some message on these nice rhythms so that when we catch people's ears and them in the groove and the dance and whatever, they soak in some message. Talk to me a little bit about when you got the rhythm. Was it in your intent to put something like this on it? Or is it calculated, or just what happened?
Well, what happened is that I made a rhythm, right? That's the first thing. And I wasn't even contemplating doing anything on the rhythm. So after myself and my partner put the rhythm together, and we contacted people like Lucy, for example, was the first man that we wanted to jump on it. So Lucy and JC Lodge, Pinchers, the late great Carlton Coffee. So we're doing the mixing and doing the thing, and one day, there was there was a big discussion on radio up here about the kind of songs coming out of Jamaica now. And it's not the music that distressed me, even though it distressed me a little bit, because we're kind of going away in Jamaica and leaving the culture, the roots, and we're going to this different kind of dancehall thing, which is nice. I mean, youths have to develop them thing, and every generation have their own thing. But what disturbed me mostly was the lyrical content. It was too violent, and when you expose them kind of violent lyrics to the babe and suckling, because them know everything, you know. But you mustn't beat them with it. You understand? Now is a time, in this time of internet and social media and everything, where kids can learn anything they want to learn.
Right.
But we must not encourage them in it and make it sound like, oh, because this one said all right for Bossa Man Mara, then it's all right. They must know the consequences behind these things.
What you're saying makes so much sense.
Right.
It makes so much sense that you say that, because a lot of people use that excuse a lot of times when they practice in certain indiscretions, right? The excuse that many use is, well, it's out there, they're gonna see it already, they're gonna hear it already, so what's the big deal, right?
Right. Well,
and that's exactly what you're saying right now.
Well, here's the thing: people use the excuse that TV and movies and all that have all this violence. Yes, it does, but it also have a rating, right? In certain theaters, you can't get in to see a movie if you're under 13 or whatever them rated at. So I, G. Cole, I'll defend the right of all the artists to sing whatever they want. I just want these things not to be exposed to the people of them. I don't want it exposed. Play it in the dance hall, but when 12-year-old coming into the dance hall, no, tell them go home to their mother or father, man.
Yeah.
When
you change the music.
When you are on a bus taking home 50 picnic one time, man, give them education, no, man.
Yeah.
Give them things that them can learn from, no, man.
The responsibilities that we
let them learn black pride and what it is to be social and what it is to just be human instead of violence and thing, And even the sexual content of the thing is, I can't fight it, G. Cole, because when I was a young man, these things were around when I was a young musician.
Right. It's not new.
No, from you using Christmas song to sing Tonight I Want to Ba Ba Bam Bam, to Rain the Night in Big Five and Sparrow's tongue-in-cheek things, These are all dear. Yeah. But when my father played them tune, you better believe it, I have to take backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway,
you're right.
It was mainly because of this debate about the music coming out of Jamaica. And when you hit a verse, you're a great songwriter. Because let me just pause a moment and congratulate you on I Know Your Story, brother. That's one of the best tunes I've heard in years.
Thank you, sir.
Writing, singing, production, musicianship. Beautiful, beautiful song.
Thank you.
That's what the children need to hear.
Appreciate it. Not Marago Fly and
no.
Yeah.
So as a songwriter, you write one verse, but you can't stop there. So I said, well, let us focus the pen on the other atrocities that are happening. Preachers preaching in the name of God and then abuse the youth. All those things. Wow. And then the third verse turns to the youths that are committing some of these atrocities. It's not them don't just get up and say, I'm going to do this. There are some vampire who turn them, man.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
Yeah. There's a root to everything. There's a root to everything.
Yeah, there's a root to everything. So that's really how my version and the transfusion rhythm came about. And I don't know. It gets some feedback. I didn't expect it to do any great thing. I didn't expect it to do any great thing, but who knows? one day.
Well, it is. It is, and it will, because it's something, again, being somebody that's on the radio and the different outlets and stuff like that, sometimes we focus on what we're playing on the radio, but it is definitely one of the songs that is in my personal playlist.
Well,
it feels good. It sounds good. The message is just beyond compare. And I'm grateful for a song like that, because I think we need a whole album of message like that, because sometimes I think there is resentment for the message because no different from when you go to church, it's not the message, it's how the message is delivered.
Yes, of course,
right?
of course.
Right.
Of course.
And sometimes a message is delivered. It's delivered for people who are already subscribing to a certain lifestyle. But when you have people, when you need to go reach people who live bad, that do bad, that think bad, they're already caught up in a lot. This is how it needs to sound. Right? You can go on, pull up it a couple times, and realize, oh damn, man, listen to the message.
My brother, that people ask me all the while, like, so what's going on with you? And I said, well, I'm here to be about my father's business. Mm-hmm. And that is how I see my role in the music. If I can bring a good message or sing a nice love song or something, that's boy, I'm even the young people tell me, just today, there's a new track I made and I was playing it for my son, and it's not reggae. Mm-hmm. And I said, what do you think about this? And he said, yeah, I like it. The rhythm's great. I'm saying, the rhythm's great. I said, all right. I said, I was thinking maybe I could make Marcel Griffith sing something on this. He said, Marcel Griffith. Marcel Griffith must stick to reggae, man. I said, but no, why she must stick to reggae? He said, you see, if you put skeng or skillibeng on this. And I'm saying, and he said, you don't want to make money, I said,
Kill the bang and Wayne Armor.
yeah, I would love to make money, of course, but I still have to adhere to my principles and be about my father's business. You understand?
I always wonder, when it comes to people like yourself and others who trod the path, right? How tough is it to not waver? I know we stand on our principles, but it is a business. And it is an expensive business too. You have studios set up and all that stuff, and that stuff not cheap. The whole process of mixing and mastering, recording, releasing music has a cost. So I always wonder about, the few good ones that we have doing it the right way. How difficult is it, if at all it is difficult, to be looking at the waywardness being successful and the positive music not being? I'll be like, something skinny.
Why, G. Cole, let me tell you, it's something I think about all the while. Mm-hmm. And the first time it faced me was with a very good artist, a pair of artists, as a matter of fact. I really can't call a name. But they were usually DJs, and they wrote a song and asked me to produce a song. And I produced a song, and it was a song with a great message. Great. One of them sing and one of them DJ, right? And the song was really nice, and the singing part of it, good message, good singing for a first try. But when the DJ come in, and I hear it, because I just give it to the engineer. I didn't voice it. I give it to the engineer and say, mix that for me. And him called me and he said, I'm going with this tune. I said, yeah, I produce a singing part. But the DJ did say, leave it to me, man. I put on my part. So when I pick up the tape, I give it to the engineer. And him called me and said, boy, you need to listen to this before I mix it. And when I listened to it, man, I called the Virgins them and I said, Virgin, if this is the direction you want to go, you have such a nice tune. But if this is the direction you want to go in, have the tune. I just don't put my name on it. Have the tune.
Right.
Do what you want with the tune. Just don't put my name on it. And I guess maybe them had a little respect enough for me to do a clean version, which I still play for myself every now and again because it's such a nice tune.
Right.
And the brothers the guys are good, nice guys, really nice guys. But sometimes when you, I guess them have to say what them want to say, how them feel to say it.
Right.
And sometimes there are better ways, but it's life. So back to the question, sometimes it's really hard to just turn your eye and keep your dignity.
Right. It's tough and it's rough, man. And it takes me back to even way back when I was working on early projects, and I had this nice song, the same scenario, nice song. And the engineer decided that it would be nice with a DJ verse on it, and I agreed, and I left, and I came back, and the song is all about love and whatever the case may be.
Right.
When you hear the DJ verse, I'd be a strip club and strippers man here, but and I'm like, I don't even know how the two went together. You know what I mean? So, but I had to scrap. I was like, nah, I can't. Plus, I have my father, I have a daughter.
Right.
Next time my daughter got end up in a strip club, who we gonna tell her, send her over there because I dropped this song, and nah.
Brother, we do what we can to keep them off of the pole, you know.
Just that's the only job we have. Yeah, I know. But as I listened to the song, I said, there's so much to unpack from this song. You talk about, sharing not necessarily the stage, but just the arena and the ear and the aura at the time with people like Tosh and Jimmy Cliff and Bob Marley, and a time where music was coming out of all sorts, because even when Baba put out music, when you guys were doing early Chalice works, what was happening is you had that kind of music, but you had something else that was less than desirable, but there was a balance.
Yeah, definitely.
You had options.
Definitely, of course.
But right now it's almost like, there is no equivalent to Chalice and Tosh and Cliff and Marley. We ain't got none of that. If we find a one Tosh, then I'll be a skilly after that. So
G. Cole, they are there, the artists are there. Them just not getting the attention that they should be getting. Yeah. And that's one of the biggest problems.
Wow. Yeah, wow. You have a show coming up, Mother's Day. I mean, you're a busy man anyway, because I say our shows coming up, right? But but on the 14th, you're gonna be in the garden.
In the garden for the first time. Looking forward to it.
First time in the garden?
Yeah, performing. First time performing in the garden.
Performing in the garden. Gotcha. It's got an energy of its own. But I always wonder, when we come around to this time of year, because we're all individuals, we all have our idiosyncrasies, but none of us are immune to the trials and tribulations of life. So sometimes I'm going through stuff and I think I'm the only person going through it, but you've either gone through it, are going through it, or will go through it. What does Mother's Day, when we talk about Mother's Day, what does Mother's Day mean to Wayne Harmon?
Well, unfortunately, I lost my mom when she was very young. She passed at age 48 when I was 21 years old.
Right.
Mother's Day bring a lot of regrets to me in that way, because the way I wanted to look after my mother if she got old, it didn't transpire that way. It didn't happen that way. But I had to turn the attention to the mothers of my children. And I had to, and they know is what made Mother's Day special. I try to make it special for them because I was married twice. So that's, and I have 4 children. Right. So my present wife that I've been with for 30 years, married this year, which is a big achievement. Yeah.
Congratulations. That's 30 Hollywood marriages, isn't it? 30 Hollywood.
Yes. Congrats. Well, we've been together, and we, the highs, the lows, the smooth part and the rough, we go through it. So, and now I see her children, my son and daughter, which is her children, doing things for her to make her day special, and that made me very happy.
Wow.
That made me very happy.
Wow.
So I'm looking forward to performing.
The moms in our lives.
Yeah. So important.
It's a performance for some moms on Sunday, the 14th.
I hope so. I hope we get a good turnout of moms, because trust me, the ladies are not the ones who stand up in the car and nurse a beer and I won't even say, go on, brother, you're all right. No, the ladies will make you know how they feel, good, bad, or indifferent.
That is true. That's true. The ladies are not reserved with their opinion, good or bad.
Good or bad. That's right.
That's facts. You're every time I've seen you perform, from way back till now, there's a certain energy that's in your performance. And when we talk about energy, we don't necessarily talk about jump off a speaker box. So we've seen people jump from speaker box to the other, and I've seen artists stand in one position and deliver the same amount of energy. But your
Right.
performance packed with energy from both vantage points. And I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes me, I sweat and I meet up on the stage. I've seen you work. I'm out of breath watching you do what you do. So talk to me about that high octane performance, keeping up that thing for all these years.
No,
right?
I promise you, it's slow down. I think I learned lessons. I say two important lessons. One when I was just young in the music business. I used to admire the great stylistics, spinners, Delphonics. Those groups had a special part in my life because I used to love the choreography, not just the music. And here we must mention the great Tom Bell who passed, you know, and hope that Jamaica will honor him the way he should be honored. Anyway, I remember going to the National Arena and seeing an artist called Ronnie Dyson. And Ronnie Dyson did not move. Dyson did not move 6 inches away from the microphone. But his delivery and his communication held everybody. Have you ever heard of Ronnie Dyson? G Code?
No.
You never heard of Ronnie Dyson? Okay. Well, he had songs like he had a big song called One Man Band. And research him he passed as a young man. He passed as a young man. But that influenced me to say, whoa, you can just communication. And then years and years after that, Jamaica brought down the great Kenny Rogers. And I was a Kenny Rogers fan when I was when I was small.
Me too.
But when Kenny came to the jazz and blues, I had long past Kenny Rogers. I didn't. And they brought him back to Kingston. And because Maxi Priest was opening for him, I went to see that show. And Kenny Rogers taught me another lesson in communication. The man was so natural. The man was so at home. He made you feel that you were the only one in front of him there, you know?
Wow.
And when you can do that as a performer, when you can captivate your audience by just being yourself and talk like how you and I talking, you and I in levels of communication.
Yeah.
So it not necessary. I mean, sometimes it's nice to skip across the stage when you feel it. But on my stage now I have to wonder about my hip and my back.
There's an insurance person, the audience saying, no.
I still ride my bicycle.
Don't do it.
So I keep up a level of fitness.
I love it. Because that's what you're renowned for. Is that there's certain things that to me that are very Wayne Armand. One is the high octane performance, the energy, the interaction with you and the audience. There's always a fluid interaction around your audience. And of course, you have what I deem a trademark sound. You know what I mean? The trademark harmonies. Oh, I know it's a Wayne Armand tune. I know the vibe. I know the energy. Talk to me a little bit about that. And I know that's coming from band days and stuff like that. How important is it to have a signature sound? Because today's artists, a lot of times you hear them on 3 tracks and they sound like 3 different people.
Right. Well, I can't change my voice, right? That's hard to do. I know over the years, I've had to lower the keys of songs I've recorded. When I was in my 20s and Chalice was singing a whole heap of tunes like Shiner and those tunes that mean something. Heroes of Yesterday. I have to lower the keys to make it work.
Right.
But I mean, my voice is the same, and the harmonies, of course, that's a band thing. That's Chalice thing. I mean, when Chalice was around, 7 members, we had 5 singers, you know, and the bands like Third World. Now I watch Third World, only the drummer don't sing, you know. and you can really take pleasure in hearing the harmonies. And so I love that. I love that. As I mentioned earlier, way back, the groups that really impressed me was like the Spinners, Stylistics, Chalice, Delphonics. Yeah, man. So harmony meant a lot to me. And I kind of learned it like that, you know.
Love it. Because it's funny you mentioned third world. It's the same situation over there where you listen to the music and the message, but those signature harmonies, without those signature harmonies, something's blatantly missing. You know, so when I hear even your brand new songs right about now, the harmonies are right in pocket and right in keeping with what I am used to and what I'm familiar with, and it grabs me right away.
Right, definitely.
I mean,
yeah, man.
Jano. So project, I know you're a project guy, and I like to put out the projects and stuff like that. You have a project in the works?
Not right now. I'm commissioned to do a dancey track. I don't know, for my partner asked me to produce a dancey track for him. Nice. And him give me the BPM and everything, so that's what he want. So that's on the front burner right now.
I got you.
We'll see if I can please him, because he's the one who will go out and find the artist too.
I got you.
So don't be surprised if you get a call from him.
Always ready. If you're involved, he's involved. I'm there. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, Arville. And I'm still on that dancing track. Who knows? Maybe this is when we're gonna have the Wayne and Skilly. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Can you imagine, man?
That would be something, though. You know, it's just like two people who you don't expect this one, but I guess that's what music, that's what art is about. Giving unexpected sometimes.
Definitely.
You know, and if you really want to catch them, you make Skilly sing and you DJ. You know. But it is what it is. I am going to figure out how to, because I'm supposed to do some travels and I'm working on my calendar right now because I cannot miss this performance. I cannot miss your show, sir.
It would be nice to see you, my brother. It would be nice to see you. It's always a pleasure to see you. Live and on Zoom.
Always a joy. Always a joy. We're talking about Sunday the 14th inside of the Garden in Lauderdale Lakes. Let me say thank you, first of all, for hanging out with us this afternoon, this evening. I know you're a busy man. You got stuff to do, but thanks so much for taking the time out all the time and letting us, you know what I mean? Well, a reason.
My pleasure, man. And let me just shout out Code Red, because, listen, Code Red is a phenomenal group of musicians.
They are.
Yeah, man, phenomenal. And I love working with them. So let me just big up Code Red right now before we go off here. And G Cole, as I say, every time we meet is an honor and a pleasure for me, brother.
Pleasure indeed. The pleasure is mine also. So we're going to bring out the massive then. We're going to come wild out and have a good time. All the mothers, all the upcoming mothers, the people who are not even pregnant yet, but them know say that come.
Yes.
Come on, have a good time with Sir Wade Armand and the fam. All right?
Thank you, my brother. Blessings.
Blessings. Have a good one. Be safe out there and we'll link up.
For sure.
Much love. Ladies and gentlemen, what up, Julian? The legend, Mr. Wayne Armand, gonna be rocking with all of y'all on Mother's Day inside of the Garden.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Just hang on a little bit longer, cause tomorrow is another day. It's all right.
What's up, Claire?
It's okay.
Sheree, what's poppin'?
Stand firm in the face of adversity and watch them fade away, away, away.
Lots of bass note music. Appreciate y'all, man. It's Wayne Armand and Chalice.
Life of a way to carry you down when the money in the bank gets shorter and the bills are coming and you're caught in between the devil and the deep blue water. I know, say that when you come on my yard and the people them I look them sober. So you do what you can, cause a man is just a man, now you don't make the people them sober. And you pray for the Father when this tribulation I go in, but remember Jonah. in the belly of the whale and Daniel in the lion's den. It's alright, it's okay. Just hang on a little bit longer.
Yeah, man, it's all right.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole. He's got a heart of gold.
Yeah, man. You can't ignore the sweetness of the music. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It's alright, it's okay. Just hang on a little bit longer, cause tomorrow is another day. It's alright, it's okay. Just stand firm in the face of adversity and watch them fade away, away, away. Life of a way to carry you down when the money in the bank gets shorter and the bills are coming and you're caught in between the devil and the deep blue water. I know, say that when you come on my yard and the big them I look them sober. So you do what you can, cause a man is just a man. Now you don't make the big them sober. And you pray to the Father when this tribulation I go in. But remember Jonah in the belly of the whale and Daniel in the lion's den. It's alright.
Gotta shout out Joey.
It's okay.
Locked with Joey.
Just hang on a little.
Damn, Pickett Theory. Am I pronounce it right?
Another day.
Pocket Theory, that's how it go.
It's okay.
That word to become, yeah.
Just
stand on, tell the lie.
Face of adversity and watch them fade away, away, away.
Apothecary. JM Apothecary. She got things going on. Trust me.
Time of a way to test your faith, so you got to have enough endurance.
Yeah.
One day at a time, just keep on trying, cause time carry no insurance. No matter how the situation hard, things can only get better. Just have some faith, everything I go great, cause nothing never lasts forever. And you pray to the Father when this tribulation I go in. But remember Jonah in the belly of the whale and Daniel in the lion's den. It's alright, it's okay. Just hang on a little bit longer, cause tomorrow is another day. It's alright.
Lots of New York fam.
It's okay.
St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, I see you.
Stand firm in the face of adversity and watch them fade away, 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 away.
Next week, gonna be locking in with some young entrepreneurs. We're gonna talk some things, you know what I mean? Some ventures and all that. We're gonna talk about the people that's supposed to be leading, supposed to be inspiring. Y'all ain't doing that. You're doing other things, you know what I mean? Taking advantage, capitalizing all that nonsense. You know what I mean? John,
Alright, it's okay.
It's okay.
Just stand firm in the face of adversity and watch them fade away.
Jano.
Hello? Excuse me, and let me count another stop, boy. We've come too far now. For you to see we flop. Yeah, what? They were there when I got locked. Making sure that my pocket's flat. Left me feeling like a lonely child. Walking out on life, boy. There was no sympathy. Nobody never cared about we, no. How could we stay strong when everything we do was wrong? They left me stranded all day, so I cried in the rain. No one else could see my pain. They left me stranded all day, yes, I cried in the rain. No one else could see my pain.
Yeah, I'm gonna survive indeed. Thank y'all for rocking. I got more.
Made me strong, cause everywhere I turn, I didn't belong. Got no friends in high places, with no smile on their faces. Got myself wanted. Them cop friends said dead, but better alive. Just because I sneeze, swear they got me on my knees. They left me stranded, and yet Yes, I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain. Not my tears, they left me stranded. Yes, I cried in the rain, no one else could see my pain. Thought they had me then, yeah. Thought they stopped me then, yeah. Thought they break me then, yeah. Please. But look at them now. Swear they had me then.
Sunrise is rocking, Tamarack is rocking.
Me then.
I said Miramar.
Swear them done me.
Some Hollywood fam. Yeah, man. Coconut Creek is rolling too. Yeah, yeah. I see St. Mary, Marley Beach.
Cried in the rain, so no one else could see my face. They left me stranded. Yes, I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain. Listen this. Serious example for a guy who feel like you want to fight down the next man. Yeah, the next brethren or next musician. Enough time drummers become singers. Watch your manners. These dogs might be sweating, but long hair covers it. Sometimes we play in the rain for hide with tears. We not show fear. They left me stranded for death, so I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain. But some of them, they left me stranded, exposed. Yes, I cried in the rain, so no one else could see my pain. No tears, yeah, stranded for death. So I cried in the rain, yeah, no one else could see my pain. They left me stranded. Show them no tears. I cried in the rain. Oh, no one else could see my pain. Won't get vulnerable. Yeah, feels better when we get miserable. We're not gonna show no tears. We have to survive for years. Boy, yeah. Hey, yeah, man. Ragga vibes, real for life, you see it. La la, la la, la la. Well, my friends, the time has come to raise the roof and have some fun. Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on, play on, play on. Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, club, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, club, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. All night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long. Ooh, yeah. People dancing all in the streets. See the rhythm all in their feet. Life is good, wild and sweet. Let the music play on, play on, play on, play on, play on. Feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear a tune, right? It's called All Night Long. Said Robinson. Reggae global thing, you know what I mean? It's an award-winning tune. Hey, them tune you saw speak with accent, you know what I mean? Got to be like this. Listen, mate. I'm a bridge in Clive coming from England the other day. Just chilling, talking about the things.
Come on and sing my song.
Them on them said them they want a side piece for them queen and all them things there, you know what I mean? But nothing wrong with it. Side piece around the world for a long time, you know what I mean? You don't know the thing set up, so it's bait them a bait me up. Blood, you know what you're talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Hey, man, is you know what I mean? You don't know the thing set up.
You can't sit down.
Let me get the banners right and everything. I gotta put it from the top. Gotta put it from top. Anytime you tune them big like this, you gotta speak like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Tune them okay. You just talk okay, but tune proper.
You see?
You drop accents and things. You know what I mean? Large up the man Harry. You know what I mean? Large up Megan and them. You know what I mean? Easy.
Well, my friends, the time has come to raise the roof and have some fun.
Got a special guest about to join us.
Throw away the work to be done.
Chano.
Let the music play on, play on, play.
Let it play on, bro.
Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever.
Gonna bring me special guests them forward because them and them just get award and all that kind of thing for the big tune and it's proper and everything. But I got one little beef with it, you know what I mean? Just one little beef. You know what I mean? You couldn't give me a tambourine or nothing, or one like a cowbell or something G Cole could I get a little credit for? You know what I mean? So I could, you know what I mean? Nuh-uh.
That me I said to Rasta, not even a tambourine.
Then fight me out. Well, go on, Ed Robinson, Sir Clinton Lindsay. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to the program, sirs.
Respect. Thank you for having us, man.
Pleasure. And as people, I'm just here, the big tune. They I think last year when it came out, they've been hearing it every day, everywhere, somewhere else, because it was such a, like I mentioned to you, it was such a properly done tune from the production to the vocals to the, I'm not a spank, you know, I'm not telling a lie. We know the difference in the errors and the times and the formulas and the recipes have changed for commercial hit, as they may say. But that tune is spank just like how I'm knocking on heaven's door with a spank back in the day. So if you rolled out with this 2 weeks after knocking on heaven's door, I told number one that to know. You know what I mean? From back then.
I agree.
Congratulations.
Give thanks. Thank you.
So the first thing I see you have the distinguished gentleman, Mr. Clinton Lindsay, there with you. I want
the big man himself.
The big man, you know what I mean? With signature brim, you know what I mean? I left my hat at home, but it's all good, you know what I mean? It's a cool in the memo, you know what I mean? But
hat, you know?
The chart, we all are familiar with the Foundation Radio charts, right? For New York and South Florida. And then now you've moved a little bit further into celebrating. And this I will commend you for personally. I gotta say, celebrating our own. We have a tendency to sit down and gripe and complain, Billboard now, give it this. The Grammys, they get the wrath of everything. But when we have our own thing, and I celebrate everything properly. So thank you for taking the time out to realize that there's a need to recommend and celebrate, right? Our own people. You saw the Irama the other day and Killer go up there and said, listen, me. We need to celebrate our own thing and stop worrying about other things. So thank you, sir. What made you say, I got all these radio shows to do. I got things to do. I got parties to attend, parties to host. I got, you know what I mean? I know Mega create an award to go along with the charts, which is already a task for compile. Talk to me a little bit about why.
Okay. Let me go back a little bit because my first chart that I did was the last Saturday in October 1975. 1975. So you do the math. And I did 4 years of that in college, and I continued doing it because, to me, as a Scorpion, I have this thing for compiling things, not just chart. When I was 12, 13, 14, all the big men there in my neighborhood would come to me to ask me, I used to chart jockeys and racehorses and trainers, and they would ask me, in those days you have class, A class, B class, C class, and they would come to me seriously.
Yeah.
If they got to buy a horse and say, yo, Clinton, when did Kilowatt, when was the last win? And I would go to my local exercise book.
Okay.
And I would tell them, no, he won February 5th and so on. So I have that thing for charts. So I started doing that. And when I started doing this chart, I did all the 70s since I came to this country. I did the 80s, 90s. And over the years, they have different names, but it's the one compiler. At one point, it was the New York Top 10, New York Top 20, WHBI, WNWK, and so on and so on. I remember early 91, 92, I got a call from some guys at Billboard magazine. They told me, as a matter of fact, they wanted to know if I have any objections against them doing a reggae chart. And I was welcome to make any contribution that I want to make to their chart. And I told them, nah, you guys do your thing, and I'll see what you're doing. And if anything, I'll call you and tell you what I think you're doing wrong. And I called them one time just to tell them, So it goes to show that people were paying attention. And when a Billboard can call me and the respect they had, even called to ask me if I would have a problem with it. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't. But if you're going to do it right. And 91, 92, around there. So I've been doing this, and I moved to Florida 20 years ago. And the first thing, the late Light Campbell asked me if I could do a South Florida chart. I'm like, yeah, like, that's a lot of work. In those days, we get our figures from the actual record stores. And I said, I don't know these record stores. He said, don't worry about it. I'll get the figures, their top 10 and so on. And I think in February of 2003, I started the South Florida top 25. It was 20. See, I have my historian here, my walking encyclopedia corrected me. Yes, I started at 20, and then later on I went to 25. So sometime last year it was suggested to me that I should consider, now that Spotify and all these other distributors are giving plaques for Billboard, giving plaques for songs that have reached a certain level on their charts. Being that the Foundation Radio Network, I have the longest running reggae chart in US history. There's no other chart that's been around from 1976 to this day.
Right.
So the person think I should add a little more to it, and it's all the idea of doing the plaque. Once he said, once they get a number one record, a number one song on either one of the charts, because I have the New York and we have the South Florida. I have to congratulate Ed for getting the first South Florida plaque for achieving number one for 3 weeks with All Night Long.
Give thanks.
And next week I'll be going to Jamaica to present Richie Stevens with the first New York plaque. And I guess as time goes on, other people will be calling in to order a copy of the plaque.
I love it. I love it. Ed, let me ask you this, because I was watching the live stream earlier as I was getting ready to come on this evening, and I was listening to your commentary, right? And you said, which I thought was profound, but also very important, and I think it's a sentiment that many others who practice within this craft, within this space, within this sphere, should sit back and think about it from that vantage point. Your words verbatim was, "This is our billboard," right? Why did you feel that sentiment? and feel the need to share a sentiment like that. You being awarded, this is Ed moment, you know. It's like you get a big thing for your thing,
Yeah.
right? And you're thinking about the masses. Say, this is our, not mine. This is our Billboard. Talk to me about what went through your mind while you thought of that.
Because my problem with all of this version is I've seen it over the years. I mean, I've been doing this for 40 whole heap, 40 whole heap of years version. I've seen this over the years, people come inside the business, run up in the business, do what they're supposed to do, and then they're out the next week, or either them get shot or them gone to prison, you know what I'm saying? And it never really lasts, you know what I'm saying? And Mr. Lindsay, I do same thing for years and it work out, you know what I mean? So put it this way. You have people who come in, you have award all over, you have the Billboard, you have the Grammys, whatever them call themselves, you know what I mean? And then next thing you know, them kick us out. Them just pull us in and then kick us out when them feel like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and this been around since the 70s, like the man said.
75.
From 75. I start my career in 77. You know what I'm saying? Professionally start my career in 77. So I mean, I've seen it over the years, Virgin. I've seen the foreign award, them come and go and come and go and come and go. And sometimes them not their own for 2-3 years, and you see them pop back up again, and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And this award has been here, Virgin, and recognizing the real music, because you and I know that reggae music is on the decline. Even in our own culture, even where reggae come from, it's on the decline, Virgin. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the rest of the world. So at least we have something right now for it, because this is what feed us. This is our bread and butter. You know what I mean? This is our tea and bread, Virgin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
This is what feed us, Virgin. We don't have nothing else to feed us.
I dug it because of the fact that I feel like it's our only we're messing it up right now, but it is our only infinite resource. No bauxite, no infinite coconut, obviously banana, sugar, none of them things are infinite. The only infinite resource we have is reggae music.
The music, brethren, just the music, and us as a people, us what you call it, diaspora, whatever them call them, big word they feed, brother. We need to start supporting our own culture. We need to start supporting it. When there's a show, when there's a award show, when there's whatever, people need to support it, not just love it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Jamaican people love reggae music, and we love with dancehall, and we love everything Jamaican. But we don't support everything Jamaican. Today you see a new party factory pop up, and next week it's gone. You understand? Because we're not supporting it, but we love it though, and when it gone, go like, what to the party factory?
Yeah, and you never buy a party.
Yeah, man, I buy a party, brother. Boy, I mean, never eat party because I just idle. No, support the people in party.
And what I think with this, to add to what you were saying, with this plaque, it will last 100 years or more.
Yeah,
and this is something that your children can see, and it's a form of recognition, big time.
Yes, sir.
That for you to see what you have accomplished 20 years from now, 50 years from now, you can look at it and say, yes.
Yeah, man.
50 years ago, I had the number one song.
Exactly.
And what I like with the concept that the manufacturer, they gave me several ideas how to put it together. And one of the ideas that they suggested, and I think that was good, was the listing of the top 5 songs when you became number 1 for 3 weeks, the maximum weeks.
Wow.
At number 10, the top 5 songs.
Yes, sir.
And you can look at it 20 years from now and say, well, name some of the artists that were at the chart with you at the same time. And I think that's a very good idea.
Big idea. Because I mean, I've had number 1 records before, but I can only remember that and tell people that there's no proof of it.
Exactly. That's the difference with this.
Evidence.
There's no proof of it.
You mentioned 100 years. It can last for 100 years because that's a quality of it. And that's what I said. What I love about it, when I heard you say it, Ed, I could hear it coming from a real place. It wasn't just Motown. I can hear it coming from a real place. And then on top of that, the quality, as I hear you guys talk about the quality, because we do have a tendency of a half step with it, you know what I mean? So quality and going the same route as the so-called, bar setters, the Grammys and whomever. You know what I'm saying?
The guy them who we have to get their approval. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're not approving ourselves. We're not approving our people. We're not big up our people, Virgin. We are waiting for people for big us up. You know what I'm saying? Those days are numbered. Those days are over, Virgin. This is when we have to ourselves and respect our own selves. You know what I mean?
Right. I think too, another plus. If I've been compiling charts from the 70s, there are then artists around today that I didn't have a compilation on them. Let's say as long as Berry Salmon been around, I can pull files of Berry Salmon, let's say Tempted to Touch. It spent how many weeks at number one? 12 weeks at number one. I have the chart when it was at number one for 12 weeks. And I can show you what was number 2, number 3, If you ask Berries right now, you wouldn't have a clue.
Exactly.
The same thing goes for Freddie McGregor and all these other guys.
There's no proof.
There's
no
right
proof
now,
for that,
No evidence.
Yeah. You know,
so that's what, like the top 5 songs of that week when you had your maximum at number 1.
I think that's brilliant because it adds to the ear of nostalgia to because it's and it also fuels away your original sentiment. It's not just about you, It's like it's almost like at a relay team, and I got the gold, yes, but I have other teammates and other people in the race too who contributed. And also, if your ego still like mine, and then brother, I'm a beat out for the number 1 still. But that's just G code. Anyway, I digress.
That too.
Big up yourself, Stevens. But you know what I mean? No, you mentioned also Sir Lindsay, the quality and the durability. I'm going back to that because I think it means a lot.
Sure.
Because that's one too is whenever we're trying to do something, there's those who do it and those who do it well. And you've done it well. So you say about 100 years, right, is how long it can last. But what about the person who mounted it on the wall? Did you check their credibility to make sure so when they mount it on the wall, they mount it properly so it can last 100 years?
Listen, once I deliver to that person, or delivered to that person, it's up to that person to take maximum care of that thing. But we are working with the same company that does the same for Spotify and YouTube and TuneIn and all those other people that's giving out plaques. Because, a lot of Jamaican artists measure their success by Billboard. And not many of them gonna hit the Billboard chart. You have different methods of compiling charts. And just couple days ago, people were complaining about Billboard having their top 10 pop songs. All 10 belong to one artist. What's her name?
We don't know.
That girl, man, that tall, light-skinned pop singer.
Ariana Grande?
No, the Taylor Swift. She's setting record now, the first artist to have all top 10 of the song from one album, which is their way of compiling, which a lot of the industry people don't agree with. So that's also important, how they met. We use airplay, requests, and rotation, because obviously we don't have sales like we used to 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, but streaming pays, so I mean, it's not even, the only difference is the amount of money that you as an artist, but streaming pays. So that's why we ask, and sometimes we even beg our diaspora, our people them, don't just depend upon the foreigner them for big we up in terms of give we award, play with music, stream with music. We want the Jamaican people, we want our people, Caribbean, Jamaican, all of our people, our culture, to go stream the music because there's more than 10 million of us out here. You know what I'm saying? Why we can't stream 5 million records. You know what I'm saying? Why Jamaica music can't stream that? You know, we can only brag.
It's taken just last week. Night Nurse was just given a plaque for 1 million views.
1 million.
No, streams on Spotify.
Stream on Spotify, 1 million.
Yeah.
Something just got another Norris Man.
Yeah.
For an album that was released like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
An acknowledgement, a plaque for that.
When Ranks is getting 1 billion streams in a South America, in a places, you know what I mean? Come on now. I mean, we need to start supporting our own Rasta.
It's slowly coming. If we continue to do our own thing and support our own thing like we're trying to do now, they will realize that it's no longer, they don't have a monopoly on the system of streaming. Because you find that just in the last 2 weeks, Toots and the Maytals, 54-46, been acknowledged.
How much 1,000 years ago that was?
Exactly.
How much 1,000 years ago that was? 54-46.
Yes, just getting 1 million.
Yeah.
1 million.
1 million.
Brother, anybody can get 1 million streams nowadays. They put out something stupid and you get 1 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we can't
and trick the algorithm.
All right. You know, we can't get 1 million streams with something great and something good. You know, come on, man. We need to end them days of Rasta. We need to,
we need to support the one.
Huh?
We need to support our own. And if we're not support our own, let's not complain about what's not going the way we want it to go.
Thank you, Bridget. I mean, watch when the Grammy Awards come about a year time. You know what I mean? And a band from that's a non-Jamaican come win it.
From California.
Watch the complaint. Why are we complaining? Because we sit there and have them do it, and we have the power to do it before they do it, and we're not doing it. But then we start complaining afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You know.
What I think.
The number of days, Rasta. We have to number them days, the brethren. You know what I mean? And it have to start somewhere. You know.
We have to take ownership. We have to take ownership. And one thing I realize people always say with regard to the Grammys and other institutions like those, they always say, well, I like the fact that it is my peers. You know what I mean? When the truth is, if you're being real factual about it, it ain't your peers, right? It's something like this right now, as I think about it, is the only award that I can think of that's been given out that's really your peers. You know what I mean? Is your peers dictate that you made up the charts to number one and you're being awarded by your peers. You know what I mean? The other ones really aren't. Even though them says so.
Not our peers. Them not even where Aki a blow.
Not a breadfruit, let alone.
Here and them, we need our Aki to vote for, brother. We don't want no beer. You know.
One thing though, when I first got the song, the one that you're given the plaque for, I knew right away this is gonna be a number one song. Because the way, and I said to you earlier, it's not just a matter of cover.
Yeah.
You did a reggae version of a pop song. Because sometimes you do a cover and a certain instrument is left out or a certain bridge is not there like the original. And when I heard this song, I was so impressed with it that you cover this song like it was just Lionel Richie doing a reggae.
Give thanks.
Even the tone and everything that you use, the layout, the just the pattern, everything was just like the original. Well, except it's in a reggae.
Respect, King. First of all, we have to say give thanks to Mr. Kashif Lindo for that one. You know what I mean? Because the man, Mr. Kashif Lindo, mixed that. You know what I mean? That's his work. All right. That's what I'm talking about. 100 million.
Okay, let me correct that. Marlon, as usual, the researcher here, he said it's 100 million. 100 million for Toots.
For Toots.
And the Beatles.
Because 1 million is nothing. Anybody can get them. Listen, you know, I
Jimmy
don't.
Cliff, I can see clearly.
Anybody can get a million streams.
Okay, and Jimmy Cliff, I can see clearly now is 100 million.
100 million.
On Spotify.
That's what I
On
beat me up a
Spotify.
while ago and not say 1 million, 1 million.
Right,
Virgin,
right, no.
please. 1 million is nothing.
So you are
100 million
absolutely right.
is what we're going for.
Is there,
And we need our people, because at the end of the day, you're so right when you talk about the support. And sometimes people say, well, you know, so Jamaican people don't really. It's not true. You know why? Because
it's not true.
analytics come out and show, say, Jamaica pays out a lot of royalties. It's just not to reggae artists. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So they are streaming. They are listening. They are downloading. You know, however they choose. We say, oh, can everybody have credit cards? It's okay, and everybody have features or either. The fact is, we're not focused on who not doing it, but it's just the fact that those who are streaming and who are not downloading our thing, now support the reggae thing.
As a matter of fact, to add to what you're saying, a couple of weeks ago, the Jamaica publishing company there, JCAP, said that 80% of the royalties that they collect from radio station, sound system, and all of that in Jamaica, 80% of it goes back to foreign. Because it's the foreign song that's being played. And so imagine that 80% of what played in Jamaica is a foreign publisher that money goes back to.
Or to the people who own the thing and live off our.
Yeah, that too. But they form an organization to help local artists. But apparently the radio stations and the clubs and those places are not really supporting local artists.
The Jamaican radio station.
Yes.
It's only a few. It's only a few
from the beginning of time, because I remember, so when we grew up, be a soul.
You know, it become normal to us now because we so used to it that we don't worry about them no more. Yeah. That's why we run to YouTube for our source of research. But you know, that need to stop, Virgin. That need to stop. It need to stop peacefully or violently. One out of the two, Virgin. But it have to stop. You know what I'm saying? We need to start supporting our own Virgin.
But what do you think is gonna take for that? Because I've been hearing this maybe from I was in my teens. So what needs to be done? How do you do it? How do you go to Jamaica right now? You tune in to any radio station except for IRI FM, and it's all foreign songs.
Well, if I have the solution to that, Virgin, I would have hundreds of billions.
I think the government can make a difference in terms of mandating that.
Canada just did it.
Marlon
a certain percentage of their music played has to be from Canada.
From Canada.
Whoa, you serious?
A certain percentage.
I did not know this.
But hold on, it's a mindset now.
Huh?
It is a mindset and it's a respect. It's a mindset and it's a respect, not just from a musical standpoint, because you see the same way, the same thing we see right now with them sell out the country. And it's the same music, it's the same approach like the music. It's like we not value our thing, we're not holding on to our thing, because there are certain islands of the Caribbean too, where you can't go buy a property 100% either, and you can buy something and invest in something, but a certain part of that ownership remains with the local, right? So that way you can't dictate everything that happens. You can't take over and come. And I think that mindset is something that we have never had. I don't think we've ever had that mindset. We've always been the more foreign. You're going to the club, you know, it's like the DJ playing dance and anything, but he itching to be able to squeeze off that R&B, and my itch for squeeze off that hip hop there. It's like the finger itch. And another thing that I think might make a difference, may I go right back to the song, All Night Long. When I heard All Night Long, the one word I could say is proper. Because a lot of times when people do what we call covers, lack of a better word, they dumb it down, right? The original instrumentation has 10 different instruments playing in there. And we're going to reduce it to 4. All right, we're reducing to a keyboard, a guitar, a bass, and a drum. And that we're doing. We have to the 10, and sometimes the bridge is gone, the chord change and progressions are gone. I just a bang and a bubble, and we go. When I heard this song, I didn't hear nothing missing. Like Clinton Lindsay said, it sound like a Lionel Ado him song in a reggae. Me personally, if I'm a Lionel and you perform that to them, I not perform it again till next month because me can't keep it.
Yeah.
That
true. That is so true. And like I said, when I first heard it, that's the first thing that came to mind. And a lot of people will give you arguments about doing covers, but there's nothing wrong with doing covers because it shows a good songwriter would want his song to be covered in all genre of music because it's a good song.
Yes, sir.
But it's how you do the cover. If you remember back in the early days, you can name just about any of the legendary artists we treasure today.
Everybody,
first
including
it's
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. It's a cover song. It's a cover song, Yeah, but it's just the way who could master cover song like a John Holt. John Holt will take a B-side of a R&B song and turn it into his own.
And Dennis Brown too.
Dennis
Same
Brown.
thing.
All of them. Slim. When earlier on in my time, in my teens, I thought these were original songs until you learn.
Yep.
Who would have thought that A Love I Can Feel wasn't a John Holt song?
All right.
When I found out.
No.
Who could have thought that Dreamland by Bonnie Wayne wasn't? Who would have thought that?
Wild World by Max Priest. Many people think is original song.
Yeah.
You don't hear the techniques. Who would have thought that these are not original songs?
You see, the mindset now, I don't cut to Mr. Lenz, but the mindset of that, how that started, right? It's two mindset. Some of us think that we can sing just as good as foreigners.
Yes.
And we have to prove it, that we can sing just like the foreign do them. And the mindset, again, another mindset is when we do them song there at Jamaica, the DJ them at Jamaica probably will play it because they not play the local tune themselves.
Right.
So if we do a foreign tune, maybe they will play it, but we don't realize that they might play the foreign beat them. If it depend on reggae, they not play it. Them not too want to play it. You know what I'm saying? Because a reggae, raga something that them not bother with it. You know what I mean? A corner music that them. So you have to understand it's a mindset where we have to get rid of, Rasta. We have to support each other. We have to support each other, brethren. Again, what reggae need, we need some business people in the music thing, brother. Because I don't understand why them think it's just a music thing. It's a music business thing.
Right, exactly.
We need some more business mindset in a reggae. Some people we have a whole heap of business mindset, but them selfish with it. You know what I'm saying? Them know a whole heap of things and them know which part of the thing for going on, but them keep it to for themselves.
And to be fair to these people too, when they have seminars in Jamaica, and they put the word out that you can come and learn the business. It's just a handful of artists that might show up, or a handful of music industry people might show up. Because like a Mikey Bennett, he's always having writers workshop, you know that.
Yeah.
But then people don't come in because every artist out there thinks they can write his own song. Every artist, I remember, I won't call his name, but he put out an album, right?
Yeah.
And I listened to the album and he called me and asked me what I think of the album. I said, wow, very good album because you use some different writers. You mix it up and you have different writers. Man, you think so? I said, yeah. I said, nah, man, that's the worst album. I said, why you call it the worst album? Boy, I've been talking 2 tunes on the team right. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So you see the mindset? You have to write, produce, arrange everything. Yeah. If you don't, but the thing is, he didn't have the final say because the label brought in some writers. Not because he's not a good writer, because he has some of the biggest tunes you can think of. But he wasn't too happy with the fact that they used.
They never make him write it.
Yeah, and that was like something I couldn't.
Well, that's our ego. That's bigger than our front door more time. Because you have to understand us as artists now. We ego big sometimes, We ego so big sometimes that I don't know how we and the ego get through the front door to go home at night time. You know what I mean? Because more time you have to leave the ego at the door. Enough of us don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how You know, two things will kill we in this business, you know. Lion and ego. Cause you know, so we are songwriter, we'll lie from here to next year. You know what I mean?
Stories. I was wake up. Stories. You make up stories.
Yeah, but you make it up in no true, so lie. You know,
You're right. You know what? You know what? You know that's true. I tell. Cause me hear one singer sing one song with it, but I'm not that guy. I'm gonna say I lie. From me hear it, me say I lie that guy.
Lie. And you are that guy.
No, but you're the beauty.
I that guy.
Here's the beauty of it. I did not write that song. The words expressed here is not mine.
Song, and I did tell you in
Give
a couple
thanks,
weeks ago
give
that
thanks.
the delivery, the arrangement,
Yeah.
And if you listen to the song, you know, you could hear it's not an Ed Robinson production per se.
Yeah.
Because I usually judge is it a Freddie song or somebody produce it for him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because every artist to me have a certain pattern,
a style,
yeah. And when I listen to that song, I said, and I did call your management and ask, what is that? This is an original song? Did Ed write this song?
Yeah.
And I was so knowing. He said, I knew it because you have a style of writing.
Yeah.
You have a style of writing.
If he wrote it, he would have said, I'm that guy. I said the song with the name, I am that guy.
Oh, by the way, and not to neglect, your song also is a very good song. I know the story. I know your story.
Yeah, bad tune.
That's a very good. I've paid attention to the song them you sent me, and this one just have something different about it. It has more conviction, and you can relate to it, and it's not seasonal. Some songs, it's just for that time.
Yeah.
Your song, I know your story. I can see that being played 5-10 years from now.
50 years from now that I play. Yeah, man. Real music, you know. That's where we need to get back to, Virgin. We need to get back to that real music thing. Don't get me wrong, you know. No for the tune them we are going, you know, real. No for the youth them we are going with them tune real. But it's not something me and you were growing men, you know, they're growing women in the streets. Right. We can't relate to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it is real. That's facts. It is real. It might not be my reality and your reality.
Right. But we can't relate to that.
But it's real.
You know, I don't know about you, but I've never scammed in my life. You know what I'm saying? So some of the foolishness we can't really relate to. And that I reach we right now. You know what I mean? Corner shop lyrics, you know?
I call them, like some artists I hear call them lunch money tune. Yeah. you know the long I remember 2002, I got a call from Jamaica saying, boy, I'm telling you, boy, he was in the studio today with one of my boys, and I'm gonna be shocked in a couple of months when some tunes start to come out because it must switch. I said, my boy, who that? He said, Sizzler. I said, Sizzler? He said, boy, I mean, in that studio here, man, I put on some tune. Yeah. And, I mean, you know, at that time, Sizzler was like the top.
When it moved from
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I heard the term, lunch money. So, he came over with all them tune there and that woman, which is not Sizzler style, and ton load of them. I was writing for X News at the time. And I started to write, he's losing his bass, and I'm disappointed because that is not Sizzler. And Sizzler had a hold on the college circuit in this country.
Yeah, man.
If not, if you have another hit tune to go on the college circuit. And I got a call in my office from one of the people from the camp. I said, yo, big man, go on some man. You know, say, man, our feet look a fool. You know, say, lunch money tune them here. Lunch money. That's the first time I heard the term. Yeah. Lunch money tune, because that's not. But what it did for him is to hurt him in the grown up market.
Yeah.
Even in his regular market, I think it hurt him too. I think you heard it in the market too.
Yeah, but you're right. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of times us as artists, we forget that our audience that start with us grows with us,
Exactly.
We tend to, make tune and cater for the little young youth that we are come up because them enough.
Right.
And we keep forgetting that our core market, the market that started with us, them still grow with us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up with Prince and Lionel Richie and Jacob Miller and Bob Marley. And I'm still with them. I'm still with them.
Exactly.
Even though them not there no more, them still gone. But I discovered a song the other day that I've never heard from Bob Marley.
And you will always.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
so
that vault that them have.
Exactly. So
every 10 years they can put a new Bob
our
Marley.
audience grow with us. We don't really worry. People like me don't really worry about the under 12 and the under 13 and the under 14.
Very good. Yes.
Marketplace. Because we know that the parents are buying them picking at the record.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nowadays the parents have to buy them phone. And if them take them phone, they can't listen to it on Spotify. So I don't really worry about that demographic, to be honest with you.
And I tell you, I get a lot of songs from established artists.
Yeah.
Trying to break into that market with the
foolishness.
And I will tell you, you're not gonna my program because I do the foundation, radio network.
Yeah.
There's a reason for that. Foundation. And my one of my slogan on my program is big people music with the young in mind.
Yeah.
Not little people with young in mind. No. You want to break. And we have a lot of young artists because right now you look at that. For me, Tyrus Riley is very young. Christopher Martin.
Yeah,
he just did a cover of Romain Virgo. Christopher
Good artists, them, brother.
Good artists, them, man.
Great
They're
artists.
They are young kids.
Yeah, man. I look up at them, man.
They are young kids, but then they understand that, that, like Shaggy would say, lyrics can't leave. You have lyrics that can't leave now, man, the airport.
Lyrics not a visa.
Oh, true.
So it's very important
So true.
that when they are recording, they think of that. And if you have a career like a Sizzler had, I don't know if he was able to regain that respect with.
I don't think so.
For me,
nope.
He might gain back the respect, but he never gain back the support.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Not the same level of support.
Not the same level.
He might gain back the respect. Two
I
things
think
really
lost.
in a music industry, brother. I don't care about nobody's respect and I don't care about nobody's love. You know what I care about and I will die for? Their support.
Yeah, that's what you need.
I don't care. You want to love me, feel free. Listen, whole heap of people not like R. Kelly, but the music now go the way.
Yeah.
See, put it this way. You want to like the man, you like him. You want to love the man, you love him. You want to respect him. Respect comes from two things. People respect you out of love and then respect you out of fear. You understand me?
True.
More time, my man just love the top man in the neighborhood. I love the Dan. You know what I mean? And then respect him because I love him. Sometimes man just respect him because him fear him. Me not go around and respect that big man there yourself. So me not go around and gunshot my place. You know what I mean? So I don't love the guy. I fear him.
Right, okay.
So you can get respect anywhere. You can get love anywhere, brother. You know what I'm saying? Me leave the love to God here. Me all right with God love. Me not care about your love. You understand? I care and I will die for people's support. Because that support that will carry my family and my inheritance right into the future, brother, where my kids them don't have to come work for people. You understand me? That's the support I'm looking for. I don't care.
People support people they don't respect too. Like you said, support is the most important thing, and that's something that we really need for capture in Oregon.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we need for our diaspora in our culture, Virgin. The support from the people.
The support.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We're asking for the support. We're begging for the support. And we need the support, brother. You know what I mean? Keep on love, brother. Go love on a friend. You know what I mean?
Go love your woman.
Go love. No, them can't go love them, brother. We don't care about the woman or the man thing. That's for them problem. We don't have no time about that. I left that to God. You understand me?
Give the support.
Give me the support, brother. 1,000%. You know, give me the support. You know, that's all we're begging for,
Nah,
Rasta.
serious thing. And again, we have we have to we have to pay attention to our core markets too. You know, it's just like it's no different from any corporation out there. Sometimes you have a target market, and in your need to capture another market, sometimes you vacate and you alienate your core market. We go back to that Sizzler sentiment there. Oh,
Real
I
talk.
feel like up until a certain point, Sizzler could do no wrong until he made that move. And I say it was right after the album Soul Deep, right? Right after the Soul Deep. Everything prior to that, was in line and in keeping with what happened. But what happens why you can't get back that market at some time pretty much is they stop trusting you, because what they do now is think you're a fraud. I'm like, damn, because bear in mind, we talk about the fan base and we talk about the supporters, but bear in mind that 80% of the Rasta artists that will come out during and after Sizzler were just baby Sizzlers, right? So pretty much they were emulating him, and he was responsible for them. So what the music with him give him baby them give it too, and we feel good. Once him Shifango left, it was the green light for them Shifango left too. So it's like he took the market down the road there. I know I'm getting all kind of nonsense, not just from Kalanji, but from all the baby Kalanjis when you're Jadis and Rasdat, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody start with the same thing, and it affected the whole industry. Because
Speaking for that influencer, because Dennis Brown came with that similar influence. Dennis Brown influenced more of us, you know what I'm saying, than even Bob Marley,
any other artist,
than any other artist in history, Virgin. You know what I'm saying? So we understand influence. We definitely understand influence, Rasta. You know what I mean? Because if nobody understand influence, look at what's happening on social media these days. Every artist that you know right now is a vlogger. I don't know the difference. What's the difference between the V or the B? You understand me? The vloggers and bloggers.
written in the visual.
Bull.
Written in the visual. The written on the, but I'll tell you this, long and short of it though, maximum respect to you both. You, Ed Robinson, for here's the thing: people talk about the icon Ed Robinson, we talk about knocking on heaven, we talk about that kind of things, right? But may I tell you something? What I tell people, I'll tell you to your face, I tell people when you're not in the room, is the consistency with the product, the consistency with the output. I'm not talking about frequency. I'm talking about the consistency in terms of the quality of the product, right? The songs, like we say, a song dropped today and it might not have the same commercial effect as a song you created 20 years ago. It doesn't go, it goes for Barristo, right? About the songs that Barristo put out right now on the Never Ending album, for example, are no less quality than when he was dropping Tempted to Touch. It's just that it's different times. So what it took to make that a hit is just not the same formula right now. May I forgive you the credit too, because as I hear the music come out, there is no drop. You know what I mean? The consistency in the product, the output from lyrical content to delivery to mixing to mastering to the whole nine, just the overall product is in keeping with your brand. And I really appreciate that, because most artists nowadays don't live up to the consistency of what they have done. They're in the era right now, like, okay, I guess the bar has been lowered, so I'm going down there with them too. You don't do that. Mr. Lindsay, same thing with you in terms of what you do, your charts that you put out, right? The consistency of it over the years, the credibility of which you've earned, and know with the award that you're giving out, right? Where so, like I said, when I sat back and I watched the stream, I felt it. I wasn't in the room, but I felt it in the room, the appreciation for it from everybody in that room, and the genuine sincerity with which it came from you. And one word I'm going to sum it up is that's very necessary. We needed it. We need it. We're going to need it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's always a pleasure talking to you, G. Cole.
If thanks.
And we'll do it again real soon.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got to get up out of here. Our time has well, it hasn't expired. Just come to a brief end, and we can pick it up at another time. But thank you, congratulations, the icon Ed Robinson, Sir Clinton Lindsay, the Foundation Radio Network Chart Topper Award. Who named it that? Talk to me. Who named it? That's a very dancehall name. Who named it that?
Everyone that was in this, well, actually, South Florida and also New York. And like I said, next week I'll be presenting Richie Stevens with his plaque first recipient of the New York side of the chart. And hopefully it will encourage other people to call up those who have had number ones in the past and really want to do something. So hopefully that will work.
True, man.
So what's your criteria? You say they can call up. So somebody can call up and
if it's a
Sir Lindsay, whatever number one.
If you are a number one, the criteria it has to be a chart topper. If you spend 10 weeks at number, you're not qualified.
Why?
Number one is the goal. Number one.
So there's no almost.
Number two.
No almost a word.
We don't play number two. We don't play number two. Strictly.
Prejudice, brother.
And on that note, gentlemen, give thanks. I gotta give them a piece of that song again. That's been a number one on the charts for 3 consecutive weeks. And again, the plaque is beautiful. You did your thing with that one. Well earned, well deserved. It's sitting pretty. Again, it has 100-year shelf life.
You see, it's fine. It's fine in space already.
Jano.
Fine, you know.
Me still want to know who mount the plaque. Who put up the plaque?
It's encourage you right now for work and put 2 more, one to the left and one to the right. You know what I mean?
Mad.
It's a good encouragement for me personally. You know what I mean? And anybody else who want one of them in them bedroom. You know what I mean?
I love it. I love it. Who put the plaque on the wall? I still want to know who mounted.
No much me. I'm to you.
You're not in a check.
I'm my own brother.
Gentlemen, thank you very much again for your time. I appreciate it. Enjoy the award, Sir Lindsay. Congratulations again on a well thought out and well executed endeavor. I love it. I give thanks.
Thank you, J. Cole.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Going, brethren.
Will do. No doubt.
One love.
Blessings. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Ragga vibes, real for life. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking with us. Having a good time with us. The iconic Robinson, legendary Sir Clinton Lindsay, Foundation Radio Network Chart Topper Award, the first one. Artists, put in your work, man. Do what you got to do, man. Put some quality work in. You get one too.
Friends, the time has come.
Elijah Bymar Shepherd every time. King Tobe, what up? Hey, Joanna. Essa, what's poppin', fam?
Throw away the work to be done. Let the music play on.
Let it play on.
Everybody sing, everybody dance. Lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party, club, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing it.
Remember to hit me up on social media at MyGCole. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Forever.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Come on and
it's called Homegrown with G. Cole. Let's ride out with the chorus, tomorrow.
all night, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, all night long.
I gotta go though.
People dancing all in the streets, see the rhythm all in their feet. Life is good, wild and sweet. Let the music play on, play on, play on, play on. Feel it in your heart and feel it in your soul.
Lots of the Global Blaze.
Let the music.
One of the biggest bodies in the place, and I'm in.
We're going to
what up, Hope?
Party like
Jorena.
Fiesta.
Matthew Caden.
Come on and sing along. We're going to party live in Fiesta.
Selector C. What up, fam? UK fam, what's poppin'?
All night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long.
Christine Alicia.
Come join the fun, it's a merry-go-round.
Large up my like Hezron.
Everyone dancing their troubles away.
Dwayne Stevenson.
Come join our party to see how we play.
Me and Virgo, I'm our shepherd, Christopher Martin, all the dope artists putting out dope music every day. We appreciate you, man. It's on the strong one. Queen Ifrica. Tanya Stevens. You at the front of burner. Empress Unique. All the dope ones putting out great records.
We're gonna have a party, yeah. All night long. All night. All night long. All night. All night long. All night. All night long. Yeah, yeah. All night. All night. All night. All night. All night. All night long. All night. All night long. And now we're going to party, Calamo, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party, Calamo, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing my song all night long. All night, all night long. All night, all night long. All night, all night. Oh, yeah. All night, all night.
Ooh, this is how we leave y'all, all right? Classic. Not the number one. Major hit, all right? Yeah, man, from the falls, baby.
I heard him say, Mom, take this badge off of me.
What up, Melly Mel?
I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. I feel I'm a knocking on heaven's door. And right now, knocking on a heaven's door, boy. Knocking on a heaven's door.
Thank you so much for rocking. I appreciate y'all every time.
Knocking on a heaven's
Much love, much blessings, man. Lots of you and J.
knocking on a heaven's door.
Yeah, man.
I said I gotta put my guns to the ground, yeah.
We out, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for rocking, all right?
I can't shoot them.
Remember, if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, Homegrown G Cole yet,
You see the
it's available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to podcasts, we're there, okay?
knocking on heaven's door.
Again, hit us up on social media. I'll let you know who's going to be in the building.
Knock
When they go be here.
heaven's door, boy.
Now, why we wilding out?
I'm knocking on a heaven's
I gotta go. I gotta stay out.
I'm knocking on a heaven's door, boy. I'm knocking on a heaven's door.
I'll see y'all next time, all right? See y'all on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. Actually, I'm up in the studio then. It's time. I think I got too comfortable right here. I'll head back to the studio, I promise. Bring you some more guests, some dope convo, all right? Yeah, man.